Assalamualaikum. So this will be the video lecture for bank reconciliation. At the end of each month, the business will receive a bank statement from its bank that lists down the summary of transactions that happened throughout the month. The business would expect the bank statement's ending balance will be the same as the actual amount of the money that has been recorded in the bank ledger. But the business will find that the balances are not similar. So sometimes what bank has given us in terms of the bank statement, the ending figure does not reconcile with the amount that we have recorded in our bank ledger. Apa dalam bank account tu tak sama dalam bank statement. So kenapa ada perbezaan? Why there are some discrepancies in those ending balances? So this is where bank reconciliation comes in to show the reason behind the discrepancies. So what are the reasons for such discrepancies between what bank has given to you compared to what you have recorded in your bank ledger? One is because of the uncredited checks. Right? So this item appear in your bank ledger, but in the bank statement it doesn't appear. Yeah. Uncredited checks are the checks that have been deposited but hasn't yet been credited by the bank. Okay, contohnya macam katakanlah cek yang awak guna tu, the check that you have that you deposited belongs to Maybank, issued by Maybank, and then you want to deposit the check into CIMB banks. So if it involves two different banks, then usually the clearing period, tempoh untuk kita clearkan check tu, it takes 1 to 2 days for the bank to clear. So uncredited check often happens when you deposited the check at the end of the month, where the amount will only appear in the next month's bank statements. Another reason is due to unpresented checks. So these are the items, the checks that you have given to the payees because you want to pay for something, but the payee haven't yet deposited the check. Awak dah bagi check tu dekat supplier ke, dekat segala yang awak kena bayar lah. Tetapi orang yang menerima check tu masih lagi belum masukkan duit check tu ke dalam bank. So bila kita bagi check tu kepada creditor, kita dah record dalam ledger credit bank. Tetapi selagi bank check tu masih lagi belum dideposit ke dalam bank, bank statement will not record those payments. Okay, and then there are also some items that appear in bank statement but not yet appear in our ledger. So this often happens for the transaction that are in auto that we set for auto payment or auto receive, something that we have received automatically or paid automatically. For example, like direct debit. So these are the example of auto payments. Usually happens when you apply for direct debit to pay for your insurance or any other monthly fees, fixed monthly fees, yeah. Tapi kebiasaannya insurans lah. Another example is standing instruction, where we made the instruction to the bank to make an auto deduction from our accounts. Okay, so this is for usually when we want to pay for our hire purchase payment, bayar duit kereta, so we make an standing instruction. Another example is bank charge. So these are the expenses that we do not know because bank charge automatically from our bank account. If you apply for current account semasa, bank akan charge kita lah. Kalau kita nak gunakan perkhidmatan buku cek tu, sebulan bank akan charge kita 50 ke 100 ringgit. Okay, and then we also have credit transfer. Ni di mana orang masuk duit dalam bank kita tanpa kita sedar. payment made directly into the business account. Biasanya bila debtors, customer bayar kepada kita lah, so dia buat payment secara automatic, secara ATM kan, melalui institusi ATM. Kemudian we also have interest revenue. So setiap bulan kita akan dapat fixed interest on the amount that we have saved in our bank, 1%, 2%, so itu revenue lah. And then we have another thing what we call as dishonored checks. So dishonored check ni, ingat tak tadi yang unpresented check tadi kan? Ataupun, sorry, bukan unpresented check, uncredited check tadi. Kan bila kita dapat check daripada customer kita, ini kita cuba bank in kan check tu ke dalam bank kita lah. Dan bila bank kita semak baki bank account customer kita, didapati duit dalam account dia tak cukup untuk diorang keluarkan dan masuk dalam account kita, mengikut apa yang check yang telah dikeluarkan lah. So apa bank buat, bank akan tendang balik check tu. Sometimes we call it as a dishonored ataupun bounce check, check tendang lah, bounce check. Okay, so ini kita dah record duit masuk, tapi kita tak tahu pun bank tendang duit tu. Okay, so we call this as dishonored check. Another reason for such discrepancies are due to errors. So the errors can either be made by bank or errors made by the business. Okay, so in this thing, if any error that made by bank should be corrected in the bank reconciliation statement. So later on, you need to prepare two things. One is the updated cash book. The other one is bank reconciliation statement. So if the error is made by bank, then it should be corrected in the bank reconciliation statement. But if the error is made by the business, clerk kita yang buat kesalahan tu, so it should be corrected in the updated cash book. It must be remembered, even though the error is made by the bank, we still need to follow the error made by the bank itself, because the business cannot change the bank cannot change the error made by the bank. Okay, we're going to see some of the example. But before we can do some past years, I have some checklists that you need to do. Okay, firstly, you need to check the opening balances, do they tally? And then second, you need to adjust for the error. Okay, if the error made by bank, then we need to adjust in the bank reconciliation statement. But if the error is made by the business, then we need to adjust in the adjusted cash book. Okay, and then we prepare the updated cash book. So in the updated cash book, all the items that are in the bank statement but not in the bank ledger, we need to add into the updated bank ledger. Kalau item tu ada dalam bank statement tapi tak ada dalam bank account, tolong adakan dalam bank account. Okay, so lepas dah adjust update cash book awak, kita prepare bank reconciliation statement. So dalam ini pula kita akan dapati bahawa ada item tu dalam kita punya ledger tapi tak ada dalam bank statement. So kita kena ikut bank statement tu. Jadi item yang ada dalam bank statement, dalam bank account tapi tak ada dalam bank statement, awak kena buangkan semua item tu. Delete all the items that are not in the bank statement. Okay, so these are the checklist that you need to do ya. Kena ikut dulu lah. Check dulu opening balance, kemudian adjust for any errors, and then awak update dulu bank statement awak. Awak update dulu bank ledger awak dengan mengadakan item yang dalam bank statement tu ke dalam account awak. Kemudian kita prepare bank reconciliation statement di mana kita buang item yang ada dalam bank ledger tapi tak ada dalam bank statement. Okay, so ini adalah contoh soalan yang saya ambil dari Terpasia student account ya. But we can still use this as an example for our illustration. So usually in your past year, usually in your quiz later on, we will give you two items, two things. One is the bank reconciliation statement. Ini. Another one, kita akan bagi awak cash book, the one that you have recorded throughout the months. Okay, and then we also give you additional information with regard to the bank reconciliation activities. Okay, so if you still recall the checklist that I asked you to follow, the first thing I need to check is the opening balance. Remember? So opening balance maksud saya adalah awal tahun bank statement awal, so bukan awal tahun, baki awal bank statement kita ni yang 151,000 ni, dia mesti sama dengan baki awal dalam kita punya cash book. Okay, so awak lihat ni tak sama ya. Bank start dengan 151 tapi kita start dengan 150. So kenapa berlakunya discrepancy daripada opening balances ni? Okay, awak tengok kat additional information, dia kata check number 1512228 of 1,000 issued to Cheryl on the 20th February is still unpresented as at 31st March. Maksudnya check tu awak dah bagi dekat Cheryl bulan Februari dulu. Kan, tapi sampai sekarang sepanjang bulan Mac dia masih lagi belum bagi dia belum lagi depositkan cek tu ke dalam bank. So sebab itulah opening balance dia 1,000 ni berbeza. Sebab yang cek ni dia ni daripada 2,000 daripada bulan Februari lagi. Okay, so kita ingat Sharon ni dah deposit lah duit tu kan. So kita tolak lah. Sebab tu kita punya baki awal kita 150. Tapi bank tak terima cek tu. Sebab tu dia baki awal 151. Dia masih lagi belum mengurangkan akaun kita. Okay. So ya, kalau macam ni, nanti dalam bank reconciliation statement awak, kita letak di bawah unpresented check. Nanti kita tengok. Okay. Kedua, awak kena betulkan error. Alright. So look at number 3 here. Dia kata Rosie, a newly appointed account clerk, had incorrectly credited the business sales transaction on 9th March 2019. Untuk 9 March kita ni. Okay. Kalau comparekan dengan bank statement 9 March ni. Kenapa nama dia punya ni? 27,200 ni. Ni nombor yang sama. Nampak tak tip warna biru ni? Okay. So ini bermaksud sepatutnya bank dah betul ya. Dia letak sebelah kredit. Kolom kredit ni, okay, bagi bank punya point of view, kolom kredit adalah duit yang kita ni masuk. Kolom debit adalah duit yang kita ni keluar. Dia terbalik daripada bank account. Kalau kita debit duit masuk kan, kredit duit keluar kan. Okay, tapi kalau bank statement dia terbalik. Kalau debit duit keluar, kredit ni duit masuk. So bank dah betul dah. Nampak? Dia dah letak sebelah duit masuk 27,200. Tetapi dalam cash book kita dapati bahawa sales dia salah. Dia letak sebelah kredit. It should be on the debit side. So salah dah ni. So nanti sebab the error is made by us, by the business. So kita kena betulkan dalam updated cash book. Okay. Ketiga adalah awak kena check semua item ni. Awak kena buang item yang ada di dua-dua tempat. Dalam bank statement ada. Dalam cash book pun dia ada. Okay, so awak tick lah macam ni kan. Untuk cash 34,000. Ada 34,000 kat sini. So tick. Sales 13,700. Ada juga tick. Earning enterprise 48,400 ada. So awak tick sini. Sales pun ada. 33,000 ada. 22,000 pun ada. Okay. Kemudian sini pula tengok purchaser 23,000 ada. Awak tick lah. 25,500 ada. Tick. Ni tak ada. Furniture. Sorry. Ipoh enterprise ada. Tick. Purchases ada. Tick lah. Tick sini. Suparman ada. Tick. Kan purchases yang 19,100 ada. Tick. So, bila awak dah tick yang dua-dua tempat ni ada, jadi yang tinggal tidak bertick ni adalah item yang kita kena adjust lah. Okay, kita kena adjust. So, let's see how we adjust. Okay, first thing you need to prepare the updated cash book. Okay, so updated cash book ni ingat tak? Apa yang ada dalam bank statement tapi tak ada dalam bank cash book tadi, kita kena adakan dalam kita punya cash book. So we need to further add the items that is in the bank statement into our cash book. Kena masuk lah. Okay, so awak ambilkan baki akhir sekali dalam cash book awak tadi. Yang balance credit yang bawah tu, 31 Mac tu. So baki akhir ni lah yang kita nak adjust. Okay, dalam ni dah ada dah semua transaction yang kita dah masukkan debit dan kredit tu. So kita dah adjust baki akhir ni dengan memasukkan item-item yang ada dalam bank statement yang kita masih lagi belum masukkan dalam cash book. Okay, tengok ni. 34 bank dah tolak 3450, so kita pun kena tolak 3450. Okay, service charge bank tolak 10,000, so tolak dalam kita punya cash book. Okay, lepas tu ni kita ada check issued ya. Ini apa benda ni? Maknanya ada direct ini kira macam apa? Check issued ya. Ni tak ada, so kita kena adalah, kita namakan ini direct debit. Kemudian kita ada sebelah debit pula. Ingat tak tadi error tadi tu? Kan? So kita sepatutnya letak sebelah debit, tapi kita letak sebelah kredit. So bila awak nak betulkan keadaan, awak nak pindahkan 27,200 daripada kredit kepada kolom debit. So bolehkah awak just letak 27,200 kat sini? Tak boleh lah. Kalau awak letak 27,200 sahaja, awak cuma neutralizekan nombor di sebelah kredit. Jadi jualan tu langsung tak wujud di mana-mana. So bila awak betulkan kedudukan dia, make sure you double the amount. 27,200 yang pertama untuk buang yang sebelah kredit tu. 27,200 yang kedua untuk kita adakan nombor tu di sebelah debit. So you need to double the amount. Kemudian ada 5,500 ni credit transfer, masukkan. And then you have also dividend paid, RM20. So imbangkan ni, tambah semua ni. Tolak dengan 34, 10, 12,300. Awak dapatkan baki baru yang sepatutnya ada dalam ledger awak. This is a new amount after we added all the items in the bank statement that we previously did not put in. Ini amount yang sebenar selepas kita masukkan semua item-item yang bank statement dah tambah dan tolak. Okay, so next thing is kita kena prepare bank reconciliation statement. So ini rupanya bank reconciliation statement ya. So title tu kena ada bank reconciliation statement. Okay, so kita akan ada balance as per updated cash book. Yang ni adalah amount yang kita dah betulkan tadi. So awak masukkan dalam yang ni lah. Kan, the amount that you have newly, the amount that you newly have calculated in the previous updated cash book awak tu 162,300. Kemudian awak kena diikuti dengan add. Add dia adalah unpresented checks. So ini adalah senarai unpresented check yang awak kena tambah lah. Kemudian awak lesskan dengan uncredited checks, akan senarai lah. So baki akhir dia adalah balance as per bank statement. So amount yang ini mesti sama dalam baki akhir bank statement awak. Amount ni mesti sama dengan baki akhir bank statement. Okay. So kalau yang ini pula, ingat tak tadi saya cakap yang nombor 4 tu apa? Kalau ada dalam cash book, kita kena buang. Ada dalam cash book tapi tak ada dalam bank statement, kita kena buang item tu daripada cash book. Alright, so first thing first, kalau kita dah tolak, kat sebelah kredit kita dah tolak, awak kena tambahkan balik lah. Kalau awak dah tambah, awak kena tolakkan balik. Okay, contohnya awak dah tambah awak dah tolak 12,300, so tambahkan balik 12,300. Okay, awak dah tolakkan 9290, tambahkan balik. Okay, tolakkan 770, so you add back. Yang ni Cheryl ni, yang kita bagi kat dia last month bulan Februari tu, dia masih lagi perlu present kan, so awak masukkan jugalah. Okay, so awak tambahkan. Kemudian awak tolakkan, awak dah tambah kat Hatia. Belum lagi bank kredit kan, so awak tolak. Jadi awak akan dapat baki akhir ni sama macam dalam bank statement. Okay, so this is the end of the video lecture, bank reconciliation statement. So please do more exercise from your textbook, which you can refer to the answers given to you at the back of the textbook. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.